Everyone, it's your boy Matt. It's currently the 6th of May 2026 and this is a personal update. I'm making this personal update to communicate to different people who have been associated with Taco. So it could be considered a Taco admin. Just some really boring, well, I wouldn't say boring, some low level information, some political niceties, things which aren't necessarily orders, but they're there to keep the grease flowing and keep connection with the people in the project. So first of all, I'd like to acknowledge some outreach from the SAS. I was acknowledged by them, which was nice. That's pretty much all I need from them, apart from if they could give me some money, that would be nice, but I don't think that's how their operating budgets work. I have interests in coaching and these things, but at this stage of my life, my body's pretty fucked up. I haven't been around the military community or anything like that for a long time, and what I want as an adult is different from what I wanted as a kid. And I think this is probably a good opportunity for us to mostly split our ways. I'm very happy to have conversations about training in special forces and these things. I'm very happy to provide guidance with that. It's some work that maybe in the future I'll return to, but for the next couple of years of my life, I'm at a stage where I want stability. I want to have something approaching a normal life, and then I can potentially engage in that kind of thing later on. Similarly, there's this thing with the spooky community, because I've been a part of it, where it's like, okay, we've got this guy who seems to be able to do some things which are pretty scary for us. He either has to be with us or we have to keep monitoring him. Okay? Just leave me the fuck alone. Honestly, the only reason why I'm running this project the way it is because I'm being abused, and that the previous abuse then has more abuse stacked on top of it, particularly when you're dealing with sadistic morons. I think in Australia we overvalue and greatly overestimate the competence of our intelligence service and our intelligence officers. Some services are better than others. ASD, Army, SIGs, complete shit fight. And just in general, anytime they say the military version of something, it means it's a lower grade version of the government or civilian version, right? So when we start talking about military intelligence and shit, it's like, guys, it gets fucky. And that is unfortunately a community which I'm at the outskirts of. And I don't think just saying, hey guys, leave me alone, gets them to leave you alone. I don't think you can unspook yourself. And I think I'm just kind of stuck with some of this. There's an understanding that the only reason why I've involved myself so heavily with military stuff is because there are consequences for others if I didn't. And I'm really trying to defend myself. And that's meant that I've had to take on bigger and more ambitious political projects and causes in a very public way, so I can maintain attention and get support for me and my agendas, so I'm ultimately protected. Right? There is a sense that I'm doing this for ideological reasons. Oh yeah, I am. I've got some deep-seated values. If you watch my horrors in the NDIS and things like this and the work I've exposed myself to, it's obvious that I have a very strong moral bearing in these things, but a large amount of my behavior comes from a need for defense of myself and defense of others. I will beat the living shit out of you if you fuck with my participants in a way which is dangerous to them. That's what I did to Humanity Health Group and these other organizations. That's life. So that's that part. The other thing is I have tried to contact through Google Keep Ms. Purple. I'm trying to see if, seeing as our relationship has softened a lot and there seems to be an understanding, there's mutual respect there, I'm hoping that she can help a brother out. We're both neurodivergent people. We both have a very hard lot. And what happened with her is that I saw a lot of myself, and when I broke down, I lost my family, I lost my home, I lost everyone who I cared for, and I looked for things to love and care for, and I looked at her because I saw a large amount of the suffering which I had been through. Now, I think it's a very human thing. I think it's actually a very kind thing in a lot of ways. And if she has it in her, I would like her to start working through the family court system to try and remove these restrictions which are on me. This is hell. I can't have a normal life and I don't deserve it. And I'm in this situation because of the manipulations of very corrupt and vile people in the for-profit NDIS system. This is how I've been abused has not been appropriate for anyone. It was not the appropriate intervention for this situation. We ended up in this situation because Amanda Mazzoni and Fred Sashini wanted to take sadistic joy in torturing a person. When they did that, I've been tortured publicly. This is terrible. This is a never-ending torture and I want it to stop. And there's that part. Now, the last thing I need to talk about is my level of capacity. At my moment, I'm trying to go through workers' compensation. I'm going through workers' compensation because I was abused so terribly that I was traumatized and unable to function for several years. Now, got a bit more capacity, but at the same time, I'm still got this suffering from the residual abuses. It has not been until very, very recently that Amanda Mazzoni stopped abusing me on social media. They've been abusing me for so long. These people, they're like high school students, but this is healthcare and we deal with very dangerous and terrible shit. And you need to be a bit more mature. And these people are just cringe, sadistic, egotistical, dangerous. Dangerous, that's the best way to describe them. And yeah, so what they did is that they created a series of fake job interviews. They've used their finances, they've used everything they have to belittle and abuse me. And it hasn't been for any real purpose, it's been because it allows them to feel sadistic pleasure. They have deliberately destroyed my life. They have intentionally stopped me from being able to access work, to work. They have intentionally tormented me. And they did these things for sadistic and petty reasons. Like, I'm not the same person I was several years ago, and it's because of the abuse that these people put me through. And I've had to do this while also dealing with all the hells which are associated with being at the outskirts of the spooky world. Okay? It's not fun. So that is my personal update for today. I hope everyone has a good one. As a very small note on the Taco admin, I'm tending to use my phone less at the moment. I'm dealing with all kinds of things as usual. Life goes on, one step at a time. Have a good day, everyone.